Hello and welcome back to Engineering Money. We are very small people in a plane right now. Our heads
Yes.
barely get on the headrest, but we make do.
Um, and this episode is actually sponsored by Lifeway Kefir, also known as the Champagne of Dairy. So today we're talking about gas prices. Let's do a quick poll. What does gas cost near you?
What kind of gas?
I
Norm-
just paid $5.09 in the Seattle area.
Okay. Joey?
Minneapolis is at the 450 range.
Me, I struggle to find anything below 6 now. But, that's whatever. It's LA. Um,
LA's the worst.
yeah, it kind of is. It's a city designed around cars. It is the worst. Um, but I saw a news article the other day. Current US gasoline consumption levels are 3% lower than they were a year ago. And it's continuing to decline, which is important because normally gas consumption stays pretty flat. Like, even remember back in um, what was it like before the recession when gas went up a lot as well?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, like even then, um, gas demand didn't go down. Like it stayed, people like complained about it, but
Yeah.
they still kept buying gas. It seems that consumers are like they're just finding other ways to get around, or they're not going places now,
It's
which
those scooters, the electric scooters.
yeah, the
That's
electric scooters and electric bikes and um but it kind of, I think it just shows how people are having to cope with the increasing prices, and it's not just gas, it's like everything. So
Right.
it's, I mean, we kind of talked about this in one of our recent episodes about you know people are having to dip into savings. Like the savings rate fell to 4.4% from
Right.
5% the prior month. So it's like not
20%
that
drop.
much. Yeah, 20% drop. You're right, Joey. Um,
No, and I have a question, Tim, for you because I know you have a
yes,
Prius.
yes.
Um, do they account in California for tax stuff from at the gas location
What
on
do
your
you mean?
registration? Because I know here in Washington State, because we still don't have a state income tax, um, a lot of transportation projects are funded through a gas tax, and that's why Washington's prices are kind of higher. It's not just because we're on the West Coast, it's also because
Oh,
we have a special gas tax. And because
yeah.
of that, electric vehicle registrations in Washington are like double what they are for a just a conventional vehicle, and it's because that's Washington state trying to, you
Even
know,
it out.
even it out because electric vehicle owners aren't paying into that gas tax as much.
Hmm.
Yeah. I know gas taxes are pretty high here, which, I mean, even when I say high, they're not even that high. They're like 53 cents. Um,
A gallon?
and what?
A gallon?
Yeah. Which like in the grand scheme, even when I got here, gas was like sub $4.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like the taxes increase as a percentage of the
Right.
price. It's like
Right.
set. Um, but yeah, I think my Prius was treated as a normal car, but I'm pretty sure they do have more expensive ones for electric cars.
Hmm.
But
But
the
don't they
the
have
thing
also tax incentives for buying electric cars still?
they do,
Yeah, that's just
but
for the initial purchase of
Hmm.
yeah.
it.
So I mean, year over year when you're doing your registration, though, you have to pay more for the registration. Um,
Interesting. I didn't
yeah.
know that.
Um, but anyways, the reason I bring this up is because there's something I am very passionate about, and it's that trucks today have gotten too big.
Way too big.
People
Like
don't need
semi trucks
trucks.
or pickup trucks.
Pickup trucks.
Oh yeah.
They don't need to be as big as they are. Like, I was at home in Indiana driving down, you know, through a neighborhood, and I saw a lifted truck so big that the guy couldn't park it in his own garage.
Tim, this is America. Who cares?
It's like
cars in general are just like everything's annoyingly large. Like, so
Car.
Tim, I just got my Lexus. It's a crossover Lexus. It's like
I didn't know you got a new car.
yeah,
That's
it's like the RX 330, and I got it because my mother-in-law had this car, and she bought the new version of it, and then I bought this one from her.
Okay.
Recently, I drove her new car. It's the same model, but like several years newer.
Mhm.
And it's like twice as big, it feels like. It's gigantic.
Yeah. No, like I used to drive a 2008 Subaru Outback, and that thing was perfect size. And then it got totaled by a cocaine dealer. But we'll talk about that some other time. But I went to look at new Outbacks, and they're like, the old Outback's a wagon. The new Outbacks are just SUVs. It's so
Yeah.
dumb. And
Yeah.
my hope is that high gas prices will get automakers to make cars smaller.
Oh, Tim, so here's my ending note, and then I'll stop talking. I just read in the Barron's yesterday that GM is working. They just finished a new factory they're calling Factory Zero, where the goal is
Okay.
like zero emissions, zero accidents, whatever, blah blah blah.
Okay.
You want to know the first car they're making in it?
No, what is it?
They're making a new Hummer that's completely electric. It's going to be a Hummer. It's going to weigh 9,000 pounds, and it's going to be completely electric.
It's just such a waste. It's such a waste. Like, the one positive thing I saw recently, I love light trucks. Light trucks give you all the utility of a truck. They're not too big, and you can get good fuel efficiency with them. Ford has a new truck called the Maverick, and you can get a hybrid hybrid truck for $20,000, and it gets 43 mpg.
Yep.
That's pretty great.
Yeah, and it's a 4-door. Like, why do you need a like F350 fucking stupid big? Just it doesn't.
Because
it boggles
this
my
is
mind.
America, Tim.
Sleep good,
Yeah.
everybody, and stay ever
Sleep good.
vigilant.